What is up, Loudmouth Sports Talk, Loudmouth Sports Group? It is episode 10, another episode of Loudmouth Off the Top Rope with myself, the true champ of Loudmouth Off the Top Rope, Sean, and our sidekick. He comes on every week, Loudmouth Luch. What's going on, brother?
What can I say? People want me, people ask, and I can't let the people down, Sean.
I know. Yeah. Get your right. People, whatever small, minuscule people that
so let's see who's watching. Danny, you watching yet, bud? Because you said you don't got work today, and we're talking about some AEW. So you know what? Speaking of AEW.
And before this, our episode is brought to you by Jim Shorkey's Auto Group. If you want a great car, make sure you go to Jim Shorkey's Auto Group, ask for Jamar Boatwright. He will hook you up, and just let them know that Loudmouth Sports Talk sent you. So make sure you go to Jim Shorkey's Auto Group for all your cars. Going on, speaking of AEW, what a great AEW this week. Title change. Somebody's back in the business. But first, let's talk about that title change. Let's talk about how Kenny Omega
is the man.
Is not the man. It is I feel a liar, a cheater. He said he was going to fight Dean, man, straight up, man to man, no interference, he interfered. I mean,
he fought one-on-one, Sean.
One-on-one? Yeah, one-on-one until Don Callis came out. One-on-one until
Don Callis? He's not a wrestler.
Until he faked an injury. One-on-one until he used a microphone to bust Dean over the head.
He didn't use a microphone. He helped himself, okay? He helped himself become a champion. A champion, Sean. I understand some people won't understand, but when you've held championships, you understand you got to do what you got to do to win.
It's Kenny Omega, you make me sick. You make me sick. I hope Dean comes.
Kenny, keep doing your
on
thing.
You, and he takes his rightful title back and becomes the rightful champion of AEW.
Yeah. You know, Kenny, keep doing your thing. Let Dean go home to his wife. Let my man go home and sit on the couch like he's been doing, okay? He's an at-home champion. That's what he is.
He was your champion. He served as your champion.
No, he didn't. He might have served as your champion. He wasn't my champion.
Well, Kenny's not mine either. Speaking of Kenny, now it seems that he's taken the belt. Who does he think he is? Thinking he's going to go to Impact?
What do you mean? Who does he think he is?
Who does he think
Sean,
he is?
His name rings bells, Sean. When you say Kenny Omega to a promoter, you know what they do? They bring the checkbook out. That's why, because they know he's coming to clean house. Okay? That's why. But this is going to be huge for AEW if they do it correctly. This will be huge.
I will give you credit on that. If AEW and Impact can come to a deal, it would be great because we'd see some great talent go up against some great talent. But before, there's no signed contract about AEW and TNA hooking up. So who does Kenny Omega think he is taking the title there? That's AEW's title. That's not Impact's title. What does he think he's going to go over to Impact and now be champion because he's AEW?
Who helped build AEW? Who?
Chris Jericho, Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks.
And who else? You got to put his name in there, Sean, and you know it. Kenny the Cleaner Omega. That's who helped build it. So, with that being said, my man could do what he wants with the title. Okay? But with that being said,
I'm sure he'll have hell to pay come Wednesday, though.
He is going to Impact. Now, I have read that this is just a favor from Kenny. This is to help his buddy. Then I also read that this might be a partnership. And I also read that Tony Khan might be looking into buying Impact. There's so many stories.
Which I would love to see Tony Khan buy Impact because one, it brings you more wrestlers. One, it brings you better storylines. It brings you, I mean, a plethora of great matches that you could put together. I mean, that would be incredible if they came together on a partnership, or Tony Khan bought the company of Impact. And it would definitely put them in the running to really go after and push competition on Vince McMahon.
Only if they could secure that.
Yes.
Only if that. Now, I do believe that if they do a partnership, this is going to be huge for the female division at AEW.
Absolutely.
What needs some work? One of my favorite females at AEW is actually Britt Baker, and even her kind of disappointed me last Wednesday.
What does she need? Why does she need a? First off, Britt Baker is a phenomenal athlete. Okay. But why does she need a manager? Who does she think? Apparently, she had a manager out there or something.
What do you mean? When Sean, her name, okay? She has an office. She's a dentist, okay? She needs to make sure her name and her livelihood is taken into consideration. So you need a manager for that.
So she needs a manager to the ring, because I thought she's so great. She shouldn't need a manager to the ring.
She is great. She is great. Ric Flair was great, and he had Arn come out with him. Are you trying to say that Rick wasn't great?
Rick was great. Rick didn't need a manager.
Whenever comes to the thing,
great people
cannot be
great
good.
people don't need a man. Great people don't need a manager.
That's what you.
If you're that great, you don't need a manager, because you know what that shows me. That shows me that you want to cheat to win.
So you're not that good if you have a manager. That's what you just said.
I'm not saying you're not that good if you don't have a manager. If you're a great wrestler, if you're a great competitor, if you're a Ric Flair or a Britt Baker, you shouldn't need a manager, because you're that great.
Ric Flair had a manager, not a manager. It was just a partnership that come to the ring
to make sure to secure his win.
No, Rick doesn't need to secure his win. His wrestling ability does that for him.
Mm-hmm.
But
dirtiest player in the game still. Yeah, okay.
You gotta win. You gotta win, Sean. You gotta win. Some people don't understand about winning, and that's okay. But if we do AEW versus Impact Wrestling, if we do a little pay-per-view or even a
few matches,
episode or two, this is what I would like to see. Tag team division, all I want is the Good Brothers versus FTR.
Yes, please.
There were some other ones, but none that really rung a bell to me.
Right.
I mean, I'm thinking Abaddon versus Havoc. You give me, or Abaddon versus Su Yung.
Yeah. I think I'd like Su Yung more than I'd like Havoc.
About Havoc versus Nyla Rose.
There we go.
That sells.
It does.
Then we have Dashwood, formerly known as Emma. Versus Baker.
Oh. And we know
give Baker a little bit more time, though.
And we know who would come out on top on that one, and that would
Baker.
be Dashwood. That would be Dashwood. Thank you very much.
Baker.
Dashwood.
You could rearrange your mouth a little bit.
Whatever.
And then we're gonna go. Now, this is where I had a real hard time. Is the men's division.
Yeah.
I mean, the men's division. I mean, I have so many. I have Moose versus Hobbs.
Yes, please give me that.
You give me Crazy Steve versus Darby.
Mm-hmm.
Off of gimmicks. You give me Sami Callihan versus Sammy Guevara.
Woo!
You give me TJP versus Matt Sydal. Suicide versus Penta or Phoenix. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, and then you have Rhino. He's still in the contract.
He's still in the contract.
Versus Cage.
I would like to see that.
Ace Austin versus Sammy Guevara. That is something I would like to see. And last but not least. Oh, wait. My bad. Those are 2 AEW stars. Sorry. I put Cage vs. Wardlow. Those are 2 AEW stars.
AEW stars.
But hey, if they go at it, I'd like to see it.
Yeah. I'd like to see Wardlow versus Moose.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
And we'd see Moose come out on top on that one.
Nah. Not if MJF has anything to say about that.
MJF is just...
MJF is the biggest thing in wrestling. But let's go on. Okay? Because
you got some suggestions, Danny Navarro. Please put them in the comment box. Let us know. And if anybody has any suggestions about what you would like to see in an AEW TNA, a cross brand of AEW Impact, please let us know. We'd love to hear your opinions on that.
Impact stars versus AEW stars. Let us know who you want to see. Gave a few. Danny, I don't know if you heard any of them.
Who would you like to see Cody go against in Impact?
Ha!
My man, the chosen one of AEW, Cody Rhodes.
Chosen one. He's a chosen one because he's partial owner. That's why he's the chosen one.
The American Nightmare.
Yeah, he's the American. Yeah, because his wrestling gives me nightmares.
You're so
he's
horrible.
In his
so horrible to him. Give him his put some respect on his name.
What if Lith? I have nightmares about his Lith.
So ignorant. Who would you like to see him face though in Impact?
Who? Cody?
Yeah, I'd love to see Cody and Sami Callihan. Those are 2 AEW stars.
I know. Just let him. I just want to see him get killed. That's it. Oh no, give him Moose. Let Moose finish him. Give him Moose.
I'd like to see him versus Sami Callihan.
That won't be bad.
That won't be a bad match.
That won't be bad. I mean, honestly, I probably would.
What's up, Anthony?
What up, And I mean, I just feel so bad. Like, there's really the tag teams. I thought,
the tag teams aren't.
Personally, I would want to see
Cody versus Moose.
Yeah, let Moose destroy the man.
Moose wouldn't destroy Cody. Let's just get that right.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, he would. He definitely would.
What
do you mean Moose wouldn't do that? You really don't think Moose could do that?
He could, but would Cody let it? No.
Take the words out of my mouth. Thank you. What do you mean if Cody would? See, that's exactly what I mean. Cody buries people because he thinks he's this big wrestler and he's this big, fantastic wrestler. Let me tell you something.
And he is a big,
you're above average.
Fantastic. He's a big, fantastic wrestler. Put some respect on his name.
You're above average. Your brother is 10 times better than you.
Hey, easy.
Your brother is 10 times better than you.
Easy. Put some respect on his name.
He's he's a good wrestler. Good.
Yeah, whatever.
And good is used very loosely.
Yeah, just like MJF is good, and it's used very
MJF
loosely.
is amazing.
Oh, okay.
He is amazing. He's going to be the next big thing in professional wrestling.
See, even Danny agreed with me. Sean is correct. MJF is good, and I use it loosely. See that?
Sean is... Yeah, kid. No. Who are... No. Listen.
Yeah.
MJF
see? Now I got him on my...
The best... In AEW, is he the best? Yeah. He is up there in top 3 best mic workers in AEW.
And Anthony, your mom's above average, all right?
And
who's Anthony think he is anyway?
And he a little rusty.
You're the best.
I'm
I'm
not
the
gonna
best.
lie.
You're the best. Watch his Twitch.
I'm not gonna
folks.
lie.
You want to watch Twitch and watch horrible game playing? Watch his Twitch.
Oh my god! But his
Back to
ring
wrestling.
work, MJF needs a little help. But other than that, he's amazing. You give that kid.
Is he
2 to 3
amazing
years,
on the
he will be
microphone?
running the division.
Is he amazing on the microphone? Yes. Is he amazing in the ring? He's up, not even above average. He's good.
What? Sean.
He got a mouth. That's about all he got
All
on
right,
him right
you
now.
know what? Yeah. What are you talking about? He tagged it. He's hilarious. No, but like, in all true honesty, MJF's the best.
Whatever.
And there's no
Whatever.
debate.
Moving on. Moving on
to what? War Games?
We're moving on to who showed up on AEW at the end of the show.
At the end of the show?
Towards the end of the show. Who showed up at AEW? It was like your father coming home from buying a pack of cigarettes back in 2001. Sting is back in the business, folks. He's back on TNT, staring down the competition.
What do you want to see him do?
Do you see him wrestling at least one match?
Yeah.
Against who, though?
Darb.
Way he stared down Darby Allin.
Yeah.
I would like to see it.
That's who I'm thinking. I mean, honestly,
But
who else fits it? I mean, like, let's be honest. Who else could do it?
I mean, you could have a Sting and Cody Rhodes thing.
Oh my God, with this Cody Rhodes guy. Oh my God. Listen,
You could. I mean, if you think about it.
why?
Sting-
Why?
If you think about it, all right, Sting was TNT. When you talk Sting, you thought TNT. Now when you talk now when you say Cody Rhodes, you think TNT. You think AEW. So,
No. He's either, in my opinion.
I'd like to see him against. Let's do old guys go at it. Arn and Sting go at it.
That's ridiculous. Oh my God, someone's gonna break a hip. What needs to go down is Darb. Sorry guys, I was just sharing the video. Darb versus
Sting.
and that's it. Darb versus Sting, and then let him go backstage or work with the younger talent. Battle of the old men. Dustin versus Sting. That
wouldn't be too bad.
Better than that. Be better than his his little brother.
Uh-huh.
I mean, honestly, if we want true talent, let's call Dustin. Okay.
Just so disrespectful.
So
disrespectful.
Yeah. I mean, you have Sting. You could do Sting versus Dustin. I want to see Sting versus Darby. I also maybe just let him manage. Just like he doesn't even need to get in the ring.
Yeah, just let him manage from the outside.
Let him manage. He could either manage Darby. He could manage Darby. That's about all I can think about. With his gimmick and his character and the way he is, I just see Darby. Unless he drops the whole face paint and drops the whole Sting thing. And
yeah.
But listen, speaking of managers, okay? Tell fucking football coach Arn, okay? You're not at a football game, Arn. Who are you talking to? You're not at a football. You don't have to cover your mouth to tell Cody what to do.
Whoever he faces, they got people up in the stands reading his lips, saying this is what's going to happen next. It's happening.
You know what? Maybe don't even bring the old man down. Don't even bring the
old man down. Put respect on Arn Anderson. Put some respect on Arn Anderson. Put some respect on Arn Anderson.
Don't bring the man in. Stop with the Waffle House shit.
You're
Stop
horrible.
the Waffle
Horrible.
House shit.
Horrible and so disrespectful this episode.
Let's step on the War Games.
War games. Yes, war games.
Big. Oh, this card, people. I'm not going to lie.
I'm
This is a
excited.
nice card.
I'm excited for this card. Thank you. Thank you. It's called psychology. Learn it.
Covering your mouth and talking.
Learn it.
It's not psychology. The person in the ring still hears it.
Learn it.
Listen, Arn needs to get his old ass out of there.
Going on to war games. Let's go on to war games. So disrespectful.
Good card for War Games this year.
It is.
Let's start with Thatcher versus Ciampa.
I'm taking Ciampa.
I want Ciampa. I'm going to pull for Thatcher.
Shut up, Joe.
Johnny 2024. Listen, Joe, I've been trying to make it happen. Okay?
It won't happen, Joe.
Signs will be
It
available
won't,
next
it won't
year.
happen. It won't happen, Joe.
Signed shirts and pins will be available next year, I promise. Loudmouth Luch for president, I promise.
Whatever.
But I'm pulling for Thatcher because of his people, his trainees, because obviously they're starting to follow him, which I think might not be a bad thing to have Thatcher. I wouldn't say a leader of a big group.
Not a big one.
Maybe give him one or two people because he is a good mentor and he's
I'm still saying Ciampa's going to go over on this one.
maybe. But we have Loomis versus Grimes in a strap match.
I'm taking Loomis. He's more crazier than Grimes.
We good. Vote for Luch. We'll make America good. There we go. Garbage build-up leading to a decent match. The build-up was bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
The match is going to be good, and that's all
Yeah.
that matters, in my opinion. Or wait, are you talking Loomis?
Loomis. He's talking Loomis and Grimes.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
That's a terrible build-up. Terrible
Hate it.
build-up.
And to be honest, I still can't get behind 100% Loomis crawling and everything like a monkey. Sorry.
Skip.
Then we have NXT North American Championship match versus Ruff, Priest, and Gargano. I'm going for Gargano, but we all know that stupid idiot Priest is going to let that young, dumb Ruff win. So, yeah.
Because they're that good. Let's get it right.
No. No what, Danny? No. What do you mean? Gargano should win Thatcher versus Ciampa match.
Thatcher versus Ciampa, no.
I can't wait for that one.
I would love this.
I want to see them too.
Yeah, I want to see them go at it.
But, I mean, Ruff versus Priest versus Gargano. We all know Priest is going to let Gargano win. Ruff win. We all know that because Priest is all of a sudden a face, which is terrible. And
he is I'll give you that. He is a terrible face.
He is a terrible face. He cannot talk like a face.
No.
Priest can't talk at all. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
So, Gargano should win. My opinion. The best wrestler in that locker room is Johnny Gargano, Mr. Wrestling, okay? There we go.
Whatever.
Yep, Gargano. Then, women's war game match.
Woo!
Team Blackheart versus Team LeRae. Blackheart's team has obviously Shotzi, Ember, Rhea, and Io Shirai versus Team LeRae, which is Candice LeRae, Toni Storm, Dakota, and Gonzalez.
I'm going to go with Shotzi's team. Gotta go with Shotzi's team.
I want Shotzi's team to win, I'm not going to lie, because I love Shotzi and I love Rhea. But LeRae's team's going to win because of Scream. Let's be honest. We all know. And let's be honest. She's a Gargano.
Whatever. You and this Gargano crap.
She's a Gargano.
It's because Gargano, she thinks she's going to win it all for them?
She's amazing.
Whatever.
She's amazing. She's amazing.
She's better than Rhea Ripley. Really?
Maybe.
Whatever.
We'll see. We'll see come Sunday.
Whatever.
Because we all know LeRae comes out on top. Then we have the men's Team Candace. See, Danny. I just need somebody with a
Danny doesn't know what side to be on anymore. So shut up, Danny.
whatever. Danny, I need someone with like the same, like he just doesn't know. He just
Whatever.
doesn't know. Then we have the men's war game.
Yes.
This one I am looking forward to.
I'm
have the
psyched up.
Undisputed Era versus the Kings of NXT is what they're calling themselves. And if you guys don't know who that is, it's what's it?
Pat McAfee,
Oni and Lark and Dunn. So to be honest, everyone's saying Undisputed Era because they haven't lost.
Exactly. And because of who? Adam Cole, baby. That's why.
Okay. But let's be honest. You want this smoke, you know what to do.
Danny, you're at wherever you're at. You're never going to come up here. So just shut up and keep watching our show.
And I mean, the Kings of NXT might pull this one out.
Nah, they ain't pulling it out.
Do I want my man? Because I'm a fan. I like Adam Cole, right? Everybody else in the group, it's hit and miss depending.
It would be a perfect send off for Adam Cole to win at War Games, to go undefeated with his Undisputed Era, for him then to go to the main roster. It would be a great
But
send
if
off.
he does that, he's going to get shit on.
How you
Who's
gonna
he
get
going to
shit
go
on?
up against? Who?
What do you mean?
On the main roster, he's going to get forgot about, like Keith Lee.
Yeah, I would hope he doesn't get forgot about because he's one of Triple H's boys. So,
Which is why he'll be an NXT boy for life. For life. Okay.
I mean, from what I heard, Adam Cole really doesn't want to go to the main roster anyways.
Because he knows Vince is a fucking
Yes.
old, senile old man who needs to hang the fucking jacket up and let my man step into the fucking position.
Yes.
That's why.
Absolutely. I will agree with you on that one.
But
See, we can agree. We can agree sometimes, Luch. We can agree.
Yeah, sometimes, but just
Sometimes.
you're
so stupid at times. You just don't understand wrestling.
If he ends up on
sometimes.
SmackDown, I still don't think it'd be good, Danny.
Yeah. I mean, who do you have him against in SmackDown? You know what I mean?
There is more names for him on SmackDown.
There is.
But he'll get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, if he would do that, and I feel like if he would get lost in the shuffle, when time for contract comes up, he's leaving and he's gonna go be with Britt. They're together.
Yeah, they're dating.
Exactly. They have a place in Florida together. So that's the only thing. I want to see Adam Cole in WWE. I don't want to see him go anywhere else.
No.
But
and I think if he'd go to AEW, he'd get lost in a shuffle too.
Nah.
Think about it.
Debatable. That's possibly because you have Dark, which in my opinion,
keep talking.
In my opinion, they need to treat Dark like a kind of like WWE treats NXT, back how they used to treat NXT, and just use that for people that they sign, developmental people. That's where I feel Dark should be, what Dark should be. And then have the big, the Brian Cages and the big names on Dynamite. That's where I feel AEW lacks in that aspect. But that's what I think. I said that I think Dark should be treated like how WWE used to treat NXT back in the day.
Yes.
Where that's where the guys you first sign, that's where they wrestle. But the Brian Cages and the main eventers are on Dynamite.
Dynamite, right?
And that's where I feel like they lack it, in my opinion. But yeah, Danny, what are your thoughts on AEW Dynamite and AEW Dark? Do you feel like they should be two different shows? And do you feel like one should be treated like a developmental program?
I think Dark should definitely be treated like a developmental program. To
Because
where if you got guys on the main roster in Dynamite that are going out there and they're screwing up, then you can at least be like, hey, we're gonna take you, put you on Dark, hone your craft a little bit, and then bring you back up to the main roster.
Exactly. And that's all it is. And it's not like you're not going to get views. And it's not like you're not going to get seen. It's still every Tuesday on YouTube, I believe.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. So you're still getting seen. Fans of AEW subscribe to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, so they still watch it. You're still going to get watched. You're still going to get recognition.
Agree. So, yeah. But before we go, Sean,
Loach.
I still want to know, like, honestly, what is it with Cody Rhodes? Like, what makes you AEW's third hour is going to be hey, Danny,
Hey, stop.
Danny,
Stop.
you shut
Shut
your mouth.
Shut.
That is terrible to say. Because the third hour is what killed Raw. The third hour killed Raw, in my opinion. Dark is a great platform for any guys and girls. Exactly. You bring the guys you signed from the indies into that. And then main roster people stay on Dynamite. I also feel that it shouldn't get a third hour. Because that's what, in my opinion, drags Raw out. After 2 hours, we're good. If you want to have another AEW show, that's fine. Try to get another show, but do not put another hour. We've discussed this. We've discussed this, Luch. We probably have.
I think we have it. It's just you can't put a third
don't
hour on AEW. You do 3 hours on Raw. You do 3 hours on Raw, and people hate the 3 hours.
If you're gonna do 3 hours on AEW, it's going to become boring very fast.
So your question, what was it about Cody Rhodes? Third hour is not consecutive with Dynamite. So what are you suggesting? Dynamite comes on at 8. Dynamite comes on at 8 o'clock. What are you expecting? Like for it to come on at like 5 or 6 or midnight or something? Like you can't.
The third hour is not. So would it be a whole?
Who could put it on? Who? That's what I would like to know. Who could put it on? Who?
You know who you could put it on.
I'm lost.
Who? Because if you put another, you're just going to put 1 hour? You're just going to put 1 hour of wrestling on
another channel
or on TNT. Who? And I swear to God, Danny, if you fucking say the word that starts with a G, I swear to God, I'm just going to end the fucking broadcast right here, right now. I swear to God. If you say fucking Goldberg, I swear to God. Go ahead.
Say Goldberg, please.
Is that me? Put me on.
Put me. And then they would definitely lose ratings. Listen, Danny, I got 7 people watching this broadcast right now. I don't want to put you on. It's bad enough I got Luch on here.
These people want me and need me and love me.
Whatever. It's bad enough I got Luch on here to put you on.
Loudmouth Luch. People love.
In your own mind.
Oh, everywhere. I kiss babies and shake hands everywhere I go, okay?
These poor kids.
Yeah. They run up to me. They ask to shake my hand. They ask to meet me, Sean.
This poor kids. This kids are brainwashed. It's what it is.
See,
That's your wife.
That's your.
That's your wife. She's supposed to say things like
See,
that.
see,
That's your wife. That's your wife. That doesn't count. Jeez, oh man.
Danny, what did you say? I can't. What is that?
Quay, I don't know what that is.
What is that?
I get off. I get a day
Listen.
off.
Hey, we're not marks.
We're not marks.
Don't ever disrespect us and call us marks.
We
are smart.
This is one time me and Luch will come together. We are not marks.
We're smarks. We know what we're talking about. We're not marks in no way, shape, or form. Danny.
You're a mark.
Technically,
Danny.
you're a mark for AEW.
You are. And your fake championship that you bought yourself that doesn't even look like the AEW title belt. So please move on. Marks, whatever.
Marks, yeah, marks.
Yeah, okay, marks.
Let's. It's smarks. We want to put an S in front of it. Danny.
S in front of it.
S for smart.
But you're asking me about forgetting about Danny.
Cody Rhodes. What's
Cody
your
Rhodes
obsession with him?
Listen, I've been a fan of him since he came into the business. Since he came into the business, his talent is phenomenal in the ring. His personality is phenomenal. He has the it factor, and WWE didn't use it properly. They didn't.
So
the smoke and mirrors gimmick was decently good, but they gave him horrible storylines.
Sean, week in and week out, you sit there and you say, if Vince gives you an opportunity, you got to make the best of it because that's what makes Vince notice you.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And believe me, when he was given the opportunity, I'm sure he's done the opportunity.
The only one, in my opinion, he took serious was that dashing Cody Rhodes.
And that was a great gimmick, but horrible storylines.
And the paper bag one.
Yeah. Oh, the paper bag was golden.
I'm sorry. I loved it.
That was golden. That was golden. And
he hand paper bags out. That's great.
Oh, yeah. It was perfect. And they gave him horrible storylines with it. They did. I mean, look what they did. I mean, they did give him horrible storylines. You cannot disagree with me on that one. Did they give him horrible storylines?
Yeah, but they gave Goldust the same horrible storyline, and he is actually well known for that storyline.
But Goldust, that
was a joke gimmick.
That was a joke gimmick, but that gimmick got over when he first came into the business. That it did get over. I mean, people thought it was a joke, but it did get over.
Well, it got over, but it got over for in my opinion, some of the wrong reasons. You know, he got over because he was a weirdo, and he got over because he was like a cross dresser, and
at the time, that's the type of product that was being pushed. Was that edgy, weird content product? The time when Cody got on with dashing Cody Rhodes, it was a great gimmick. The paper bag was phenomenal, and I think they should have ran with that instead of having the face off against DiBiase. They could have had him go elsewhere with that. In my opinion, he should have started handing out paper bags to the women and not the men. That would have been great.
That's fucked up. You can't do that.
You know how much did Vince McMahon disrespect women in the ring? And you're going to tell me you can't hand a paper bag to a woman?
No.
So it's okay for Vince McMahon to disrespect like Trish Stratus and all that shit in the ring, and to shit on the women.
2 different eras. That's 2 different eras of wrestling right there.
Listen, that would have brought that would have been golden.
Controversy.
It'd have been golden. But Vince McMahon's about controversy. And that was around the time with Eric Bischoff. So it would have controversy creates cash, Eric Bischoff. That would have been perfect. Going out there, being dashing, and then like going to the girl and handing a paper bag and be like, you need a paper bag and you need a paper bag. Like that would have worked. It would have worked. Man. So therefore, that's why I became a Cody Rhodes fan. And when he went to AEW, it was exactly what he always wanted. He got his own company.
It's exactly what he always wanted, to be the top guy. He got to do it. And the only way he got to do that was to buy a company. Good job, Cody. You're a real fucking winner.
You can't tell me he's not great in AEW.
Like I said, he's a good wrestler. And he is on the mic. Can he tell a story through wrestling? Yeah. On the mic, though, I can't take him serious.
And you know what the bad part is looking at Cody Rhodes and seeing how he was. Your grandmother would have loved Cody Rhodes.
Should have hated it.
Loved Cody Rhodes.
She would have hated it.
She would have loved Cody.
Hated anything that wasn't WWE.
I'm saying when he was in WWE, she would have loved
hated
Cody.
It.
She would have loved Cody Rhodes.
Hated it.
Loved it. Loved him.
Well,
but folks, that takes us to the end of the show. Luch is headed out to a great IWC event.
First casket match in IWC history.
First casket match in IWC history. So that's going to be interesting. Unfortunately, I'm not able to join him this time around. Hopefully next time. But please, folks, we have some things in the works coming around. I think we did mention who we're working with here a little bit last week. So we're still working a little. We're working our kind of deal out and figure things out with PWX. So please stay tuned more for that. In these next, probably in the next couple weeks, we might be even airing from PWX. So anything's possible. Make sure you check in next week with us. Make sure you check in the show. We'll have more updates on that PWX talk, our PWX talks. But Luch,
what's up?
War Games. Are you excited for it, man?
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna try to do a watch party with it. So
yeah, we're gonna try to do a watch party, and there will be a thread. Please, everyone, keep all War Games talks
in that thread.
Please, and we will have it posted to the top of Loudmouth Sports group, so everybody can see it.
Yes. So, but from us here at Loudmouth Off the Top Rope, make sure you tune in next week at 4:00 for another edition of Loudmouth Off the Top Rope, where we'll get little updates from the IWC event and more update on our PWX talk. So for myself, the true champ of Loudmouth Off the Top Rope, the man who started Off the Top Rope, the man who carries this brand of Loudmouth, and from my annoying sidekick
As
who
you
brought
guys
on
see,
that
the guy who came in and elevated the show, the guy who came in and made it better, Loudmouth Luch, the true champ, the Dawn. So until next time, guys, it is Loudmouth Sports Talk, Loudmouth Sports Group, Off the Top Rope with Loudmouth Luch, the champ, and this guy, Sean.
See you next time.
Peace.